Hello everyone, I'm back, and the encoding error did not damage the last video, it's fine. But I don't think it's that big of a deal, so I can probably ignore it for now. However, for now, Actually, what if I used a different deck and I didn't focus on burn damage? Would I do more damage that way? I think I probably would. In fact, let me test that. Hold on, I've got to edit a deck. Wait, before I do that, I've got to duel Cyrus. Also, being willing to edit a deck in video, cursed. I know you went through a lot of stuff, and I guess that changed you. Yeah. You know, this year has been quite the year, Cyrus. You really wouldn't have known. You really wouldn't know that. But it has. It's been a very, very long year. And it's still going. It's not over. And then after this, we have 3 more years, dear God. However, it is very important to mention that... Hold on a second. Noah thinks that he's the real... What? Where are my monsters? How am I supposed to win without my monsters? Oh my God. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I needed that monster. It's very important that I have those. Oh God. I like how I interrupted myself to ask where my monsters were. I cannot believe I focused on burn damage, thinking that was a good strategy. It may not have been the best strategy to go with. I'm not sure why I thought it was. Also, the strategy I was also thinking of going with next probably isn't the best strategy either. I can certainly try and see how it goes, though. I'm supposed to be having a villain arc. I'm not really doing that great right now as a villain. I mean, honestly, I've been surpassed. I've been surpassed quite easily, actually. Although, to be fair, I do set a pretty low bar in that regard. Okay, that's not good for me. I'm going to, let's see. Send that to the graveyard. And then bring it back, because I can. And now there is no problem. Now I can win just fine. Okay, now I will try Kaiba's deck with the football field, and I will also try with Yamiyugi's deck, but honestly, I just don't think that Kaiba's skin is that great. And let me tell you what I think is wrong with it. I just think that with the way the game is made, the skin function is just too obvious with Kaiba. His head isn't exactly cooperating with the outfit as well as Yamiyugi's is with his. But I think that a lot of that has to do with the fact that this game is fairly old and they probably didn't want to redraw Kaiba's head. But Kaiba's head is the main reason the skin looks awkward. And meanwhile, Yamiyugi's outfit doesn't do as much to change his appearance, which I think helps him a lot because his skin looks more natural compared to Kaiba's. I forgot that I had Tristan out as the duelist I'm leveling up because I'm petty as fuck. Yeah, I'm petty, but also it was still creepy, so I'm just like, no, I'm not going to duel Noah as Mokuba, no. I was going to go back to Brain's World for some reason. Anyway, I'm going to edit a deck on screen. It's going to be the most cursed thing anyone has ever seen. Okay, hold on. I've got to look into this deck. I had to change it a bit. So let me see what it looks like first. I know I updated it because of a thing. I mean, of course I updated it because Stratos, well, it was added to the ban list again. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. Well, I do not need. I don't know if I want to take those out. But honestly, I'm just gonna make a new deck instead. Wait, what did I put in there besides? Oh, I made a Chronicle card. That's why I got confused. Oh my god. Dude, I'm still losing brain cells over the fact that I called Chronicle cards Legacy cards because I forgot it was Chronicle. And then I'm like, I am definitely messing up something and I just don't remember what it is. Okay, now this is going to be very easy, don't worry. Oh my god. Everyone thinks this is cursed, and it is, don't worry, I know. I am one of the most cursed individuals of all time. Actually, I'm not sure if I can defend that. Can I defend that claim? Well, probably not. Do I feel like I should? No. It really is not very important for me to defend everything. I've made this deck a billion times. I haven't used it in a while, so I really want to use it for something. I can't use it in ranked because it sucks in ranked now. And I mean, I should know that because I was the one that dueled against this deck in ranked recently enough. And my opponent got destroyed by me using Jaden's normal cards. And because obviously that's one of the reasons I won. Oh my god. Yeah, you really can't have the protagonist be a secondary villain for too long, or the actual villain will win. Although, to be honest, I think we can argue that the villain of that season got exactly what they wanted. Hold on. So, actual victory for the villain. Actual victory, oh my god. It sounds bad, but I mean, Lightning also got what he wanted. Okay, hold on. Yeah, and Revolver got what he wanted, which was to exterminate all the Ignis. All of them are dead now. Unless you count Duel Links, some people don't. Do you think I care about that? Well, no, I don't. I do not care about a lot of things, if we're being honest here. Okay, and now I've got that on the field. Now let's see. What else was in here? And besides what I still need to do with the extra deck. Let's see. I think, dude, I had Super Polymerization here. What am I talking about? I needed Super Polymerization for my skill. Okay, and then after this, I'm pretty sure I mostly put in traps. But hold on a second. I'm not finished with this. I will come back and update that. Okay, hold on. I've got to go see what else is in my deck. I'm rebuilding this so I can do as much damage as possible. Okay, now let's see what... Okay, I've just got back row removal. That's what I had, obviously. But since I want to do as much damage as possible, that's not necessarily the best thing to do. Okay. Well, and now that we've got that sorted, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to finish with the deck. And now doing a bunch of damage is very fun. I'm sure you guys understand exactly why I love doing this. Hold on, I've got to fix. Yeah. Okay. Sub. And I don't have a full deck right now, so I'm going to have to do more than just fleshing out the extra deck. Okay, and after this, I just put in some late monsters, I think. Although I can also do a lot of other things, but considering what this is supposed to be doing, it's supposed to be doing burn damage. Burn damage, okay. No, I was moving on from that strategy to do other things. What? Okay, how would I make sure I can do even more damage? I guess I can try to put some cards that give me cards in my hand. Oh, let's see, I think this card works. Yeah, I think this card works, right. Do you know what would really benefit me if I had another one? Oh my god. I do not need another one. I just don't. And no one thinks I do. Hold on a second. I don't know what other cards to put there because I only have one turn to do as much damage as possible. And if I have 3 favorite heroes on the field, that's enough back row to do as much damage as I possibly can. Although I do imagine I can probably do a lot more if, you know... How would I do even more damage? If I had some of Jaden's other cards, probably. Instead of just playing as the Supreme King. I just need one more card. One more, but I still need to flesh out the extra deck. Honestly, I'm just going to put in another... Hold on. Obvious answer. Okay, now I'm just gonna put this in there. Actually, I've got 3 of those. I'm just gonna... Hold on. Okay, now my deck is complete. Yeah, real creative name for this deck. Very creative. Okay, this is right now. This is my active deck. I just sometimes want to play the Supreme King, but I never get to anymore. Okay, now that I'm done being cursed, well, actually, I never stop. But now that I've changed strategies, let's try this again. Still ignoring Noah for telling lies to the public. He just thinks he's the real president of Kaiba Corp. No. I'm pretty sure Kaiba proved himself quite well. Oh, look at all the cards in my hand. Oh, look at all of them. I wonder if my opponent is jealous. My opponent is not jealous. It's a football. It cannot be jealous. Okay, now I activate this. Chronicle cards. Yes, I love my Chronicle cards. My Chronicle cards are quite lovely. Especially the ones that I myself turned into Chronicle cards. Although the Dark Magician does count as one for me, to be honest. Since I mean, there's reasons for that that really don't need to be answered right now. Look at all of my cards, all of them. I don't have enough. The cards that I want in my hand are not in my hand. That is very noticeable. Okay, yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting duel. Very interesting. No one has seen this a billion times, honestly. Why would I think anyone has seen this a billion times? Okay, I think I've missed something with the... of course I missed something. I don't think anyone is surprised. I miss things a lot. It's, for some reason, very common. I should probably stop making it as common as it is. Once per turn. I'm destroying you. I can do a lot more damage than this. What the hell? Okay, I'm going to try to do better. I know I can do better. Come on. Even with this deck, I can do so much better. Give me a second. Okay, A. I just stay in A rank. Yeah, I know. But listen. I've got to destroy this thing. This football is in my way. It's getting on my nerves. I've got to destroy it. You guys have to understand. It has to take as much damage as possible. Yes, this is excellent. This is exactly going to go according. This is going to go according to plan. This is going to be great and amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to enjoy all of this. It's going to be fun. Everyone should agree with this. Everyone. Everyone is obligated to agree, in fact. Well, I'm sure some people will disagree, but I mean... I don't have to listen to those people. You have to understand. I just don't. Okay. Chronicle card on the field again. I'm going to destroy things. It's going to be fun. Great fun indeed. Great fun. I'm going to be as cursed as possible today. Okay, I activate my skill. I select this. Yeah, okay. Now I attack. Now it's time to attack. Okay, Stratos attacks first. And then I just destroy this thing. I absolutely obliterate it. Look at that damage. How much damage was that? Is it good enough to... You know, I'm not quite impressed with this. I'm going to come back and I'm going to see if I can do better. Yeah, that really wasn't very impressive. Not impressed. I think that I would do better if I just didn't bother. Oh my god. I just didn't bother when I have done more damage. Let's find out. I do know that I can just, destroy the field. I can swarm. I can really swarm the field. Okay, but we really have to find out if I can do better if I don't bother. It really doesn't count if I have to edit to do better. And I do think that I would have to make some changes if I wanted to actually do any better than that. But, you know, I can still do as much damage as possible. Which, how much damage is possible, we really don't know. We just don't know this. We don't know, guys. We just don't know. I put this card on the field, and I'm going to see if I can do more damage too. However, if we're going to be completely honest, I'm not really sure I buy that I can. Okay, I'm going to discard Magic Cylinder. I'm not really sure Magic Cylinder does anything. I'm just going to be honest with all of you. I just don't think it does. I've got one turn. Magic Cylinder will never be activated. And neither will this back row, which is why it's kind of pointless in this kind of duel. I mean, who is threatened like this? Oh my god, yeah, I would definitely... Yeah, this is not impressing me. Let me look at what's in here. Okay, nothing. Yeah, this is not impressing me. I would have to do... Dude, what? No, do not destroy... That doesn't work. That doesn't work, but at least it's a target. I messed up. Oh, God. Yeah, I definitely messed up. Everyone can tell and everyone knows. Okay, hold on. I'm going to use super polymerization. Okay, now I'm going to summon this. And we're going to see if I do more damage from deciding not to bother. But I think if I really wanted to rank up the damage, this isn't it, bro. This is not how to maximize damage. I think I would have to change Jaden's deck a bit. Which, you know, perhaps I should do that off-screen instead of on-screen this time. And actually, that was not better. It was not better at all. Damn. I still got an A rank, but that's not... No, I can do better than this. Guys, be right back. I'm going to change my deck, and then I will come back, and that football will see damage it has never seen before.